The people would have given up on me.
Level.
On my New York number.
They seem so together now.
They framed me for a murder I didn't commit.
If you're a fan of action films, there's one name you simply can't ignore. His movies are packed with high-speed chases, bone-crunching fights, and explosive sequences that never hold back. That name is Jason Statham, the bald-headed actor whose unique style sets him apart from every other action star. Statham is known for his distinctive fighting style, few words, cold expressions, and an aura that tells you he's not someone to mess with. One glare from him is enough to convince you he means business. But behind the tough, intimidating persona we see on screen lies a far more fascinating story that not many people know. Jason Statham was born in 1967 in the small town of Shirebrook, England. He grew up in a working-class family. His father, Barry Statham, once sang in local pubs while also selling goods on the street, and his mother, Eileen, worked as a dancer. Their life was far from glamorous. From an early age, Jason learned to deal with the harsh realities of life, developing into a disciplined, resilient young man who understood that the only way to achieve something was through hard work. Before stepping into Hollywood, Jason's first true passion was sports. As a teenager, he fell in love with diving and trained relentlessly until he became part of the British national diving team. For over a decade, he competed in major international tournaments, even representing his country in world championships. Coming from a small town, this was an incredible achievement. Yet despite the prestige, being a professional diver in England at that time didn't guarantee a comfortable life. Prize money was small, sponsorships were rare, and the financial struggles forced Jason to seek another way to survive. That's when he turned to selling counterfeit watches, perfumes, and cheap knockoff goods on the streets of London. It wasn't glamorous, but it toughened him up. His sharp manner of speaking, piercing stare, and uncheckable confidence traits that would later define his screen presence were all sharpened during those years as a street hustler. By chance, his raw charisma caught the eye of a talent scout, and soon Jason was asked to model for sports brands like French Connection. Unlike the polished, clean-cut male models of the time, Jason's rugged, edgy look stood out. Eventually, he was introduced to director Guy Ritchie, who was searching for an authentic streetwise character for his debut film.
Finished what I had to do.
Hit them as soon as they come back.
At the audition, Jason wasn't given a script. Instead, Ritchie asked him to do what he knew best: sell him fake goods as if they were on the street. Jason's natural performance convinced Ritchie instantly. He landed a small role as Bacon in Lock, Stock and to Smoking Barrels 1998. Though his part was minor, Jason's presence left a strong impression, and the film became a cult hit in the UK.
The traffic order.
You're not up here shopping. You're up here shopping.
The success led Ritchie to cast him again in Snatch 2000, this time with a much larger role as Turkish, a boxing promoter dragged into the underworld of gangsters and diamond smuggling. Not only did Jason play a central character, but he also served as the film's narrator, guiding the audience through the chaotic story. The film was a global success, boosted by the star power of Brad Pitt, yet Jason still managed to shine with his thick British accent, confident body language, and serious demeanor.
What do I know about diamonds? I'm a boxing promoter. We're going down in the fourth round.
But the real turning point in his career came with The Transporter 2002. For the first time, Jason was the leading man, the centerpiece of every action sequence. He played Frank Martin, a professional courier who lived by a strict code: never open the package, never ask questions, and never break the plan. Naturally, things went off course, plunging Frank into a world of conspiracies, gunfights, and car chases. Jason performed most of his own stunts, from hand-to-hand combat to high-risk car maneuvers, proving that his action scenes were as real as they looked.
Jason Statham.
This film established the formula that became Jason's trademark: raw, practical action with minimal CGI, harkening back to the old-school era of action films. The success of The Transporter spawned sequels and cemented Jason Statham as an international action star.
Tonight's next movie, nominated for Best Motion Picture Comedy.
With a giant prosthetic hand.
Unlike many actors who embrace CGI-heavy blockbusters, Jason chose projects that emphasized real, physical performances. Movies like Crank, War, and Death Race showcased his ability to bring intensity and grit to every role, even when the storylines bordered on the absurd. His charisma ensured that each character felt fresh and memorable. The true rise of Jason Statham to global stardom, however, came when he joined two of the biggest action franchises, The Expendables and Fast and Furious. In The Expendables, he stood shoulder to shoulder with legends like Sylvester Stallone, Jet Li, and Arnold Schwarzenegger, and many fans felt he was the youthful spark of the team. Later, his role in Fast and Furious grew so popular that he received his own spin-off, Hobbs and Shaw, alongside Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Shocks will kill a man. There we go. It's a bad guy's speech.
Interestingly, Jason's style contrasted sharply with The Rock's. While Johnson embodies the flamboyant, smiling, larger-than-life hero, Jason brings something different. He is cold, quiet, solitary, yet undeniably magnetic. His characters are often tough men guided by their own moral codes, whether as a former spy, mercenary, or ordinary man pushed to the edge.
You want a war? Will be my fourth time.
That's what makes Jason Statham so compelling. In a cinematic landscape dominated by superheroes in colorful costumes and computer-generated spectacles, he represents authenticity. He reminds audiences that sometimes, the most powerful action comes not from flashy effects, but from raw presence, sharp movements, and a glare that says it all.
FBI agent will stop at nothing.